one thing I'm excited about is supporting the young people with their careers in modeling. This boot camp will show them how to do it themselves, and then they can just submit it to me and I can get it up. Super excited about some things that I'm thinking about, and that is and again, I start getting excited about so many different things, and it seems like I'm all over the place a lot of times. But am I really though? Am I really? I don't know. But one thing that I'm excited about is supporting the young people with their careers in modeling. So a lot of times I've been thinking about doing everything about myself, in the sense of like, okay, holding these workshops, blah, blah, blah. But actually I'm like, oh, you know what I could do, especially because I'm going to get some digitals for some folks when I go home in the next few days. So over the next week, I'll get digitals. But what I can do is give my people a heads up, and that can take place on Sunday. If they're interested, they take the boot camp and, maybe have some tiers of what the boot camp looks like, so that way they can be prepared for the digital shoot that we will do when I come in town and get them some professional shots. And actually they can do it themselves if they can't schedule a date to make it for the days that I'm there, the days and time slots that I give them. This boot camp will show them how to do it themselves, and then they can just submit it to me and I can get it up on the website for them, and help to get them some cards printed, some perhaps cards printed, and also some what is it called, a comp card. Get a comp card made and get these digital footprints and get their digital Google Drive uploaded. So just excited about that aspect, this boot camp, and for them to really go hard in the paint for themselves, while I assist them in making it all happen. So as they navigate terrain, wanting them to feel super confident, ways that they can get to and from their castings when they do have a job, especially if they don't have a vehicle. Nowadays with Uber and Lyft, you can schedule some things and figure some things out. All of that, hitch a ride, make arrangements, all the things. So at any rate, just excited about the potential of these ideas and these things. So wanting to put that together, what does that even look like? But yeah, I'm excited about that. And excited about, I think last year this time I was again hunkering down and starting the new collective and it being a live option. But since then, I've really settled in on the idea of self-paced courses and opportunities for the young people, and then just have live workshops, and to get more involved with the podcast, and having some panels and getting some people so we can ask them some questions, etc., and then we'll see how that leads us. So within the last year, how things have shifted, how I've grown, and how, realizing, I want to do all these great, things, all these large things, especially when it comes to the outreach. That's where my heart really is, but I need to focus on the money aspect and making money. So I'm pulling out my photography hat that so that I can go ahead and just do some photography for some folks. That's like it seems like that might be some low-hanging fruit for the production company, so I can play around, and Azariah can assist me, Hollis can assist me with some things. They can figure out some avenues and some ways and places that they want to go. So yeah, and then in the meantime, in between time, that's me doing research and not being too overwhelmed by, the ideas and dreams that I'm having, and all the things that I want to do. Just taking it one step at a time, continuing to adjust and readjust, especially because I've been going for a lot of grants, and that's been really taking up a lot of time, and knowing that I'm dreaming big and I'm on a limited budget right now. So now that I continue to tease out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and filling out kind of like my voice and my lane, and figuring things out, I can get more committed and intentional in the directions I want to go, and some of the things I want to do. So that part has been pretty exciting, allowing that to unfold. The unexciting part has been the challenges of the financial strain that it puts on, my support system, my family, us as a family, because we're as entrepreneurs, my partner and I, we're constantly adjusting, especially to the climate and what's going on, the after effects of COVID, and just the building of business, and finding your way, finding my way, me finding my way. So that part has been a bit strenuous, and try not to let that get the best of us, and trying to be creative again in ways that in these challenging times, how do we make it make sense when it comes to the hustle game of entrepreneurship and betting on yourself. So again, I've had to go back to some of my old tools that I call on, my old tools and resources that can support me in these times of betting on myself and entrepreneurship, and the fluctuation of the finances, and how 1 minute you have it and 1 minute you don't. So calling on some old tool, pulling out some tools out of my toolkit shit, to make things happen, from the frugal ways that I make it make sense, So I have a what is that? I have a okay. So I was part of this resource packet when it talks about all the different ways that you can. It correlates with this entrepreneurship and modeling as well, but it's like making SDE work as a family, as a single parent, and or as low income families. So when your income's low, you have to be really creative in how you navigate the world. You got to get really creative and think outside the box. So it's been a lot of that for me. A lot of thinking outside the box and figuring this shit out as we go along, and adjusting and readjusting, all the things. But to say the least, I've been excited about this idea here and creating the boot camp. And for my aspiring talents, and just helping them to understand what it takes. And this is the boot camp, and if they want it, let's get it. Okay, so I just I feel really good when I have a moment to just kind of reflect. And sometimes I use these as these are my counseling, my one-on-one counseling sessions with myself. Sometimes just to get things out is quite cathartic. trying to use big words and trying to make sure that that's what they mean. So let's look it up. I think cathartic is it's therapeutic for me to talk through it. It does something for me, for my mental health, does something for my emotional health. It just helps me, period. It helps me when I'm just talking out with myself. Yeah, with me. Also, normally I have my counseling session, but I'm on a bit of a hiatus from my counseling. And so these are things that I do. I do journaling, I do affirmations, and I do, I'll do a video just talking to myself, talking through some things, and just, and or I'll do a voice memo. And so these can be quite therapeutic, quite cathartic. Let's see. Cathartic. Dictionary says of or relating to or producing a medicine that causes the bowels to purge. What the hell? That's not what I mean. That is not. Cathartical? I need to above what? I don't understand what this means. Okay, so a medicine that causes the bowels to purge. Of relating to producing cathartic drugs, cathartic experience. That is not a very good. Let's see what the thesaurus says. A substance used to induce or speed up the process of defecation. What? So words that mean the same as cathartic is purgative, cure, drug, medicament, medicinal, medicine, pharmaceutical, psychic remedy, specific, cure-all, nostrum, panacea, botanical, patent medicine, prescription. So I guess it's like a type of prescription. Okay, so this is okay. So it is cathartic. It can be like a prescription. It can be used. For me, I found it quite useful to do these chats with myself. Yeah, talk through some shit. Yeah. So, yeah, that happened. And yeah, so cathartic, that is the word. CATHARTIC, cathartic. So this process is super helpful, and sometimes I use it for content and sometimes not really. Sometimes it's just for me. It's just for me. Yeah. All right, that's all I got, y'all. That's it. That's all. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody right now or not. So I don't know if I'll like publish this and make it into something, or if it was just for me. Sometimes I get to talking and that was good and I felt good. I'm like, oh, maybe somebody else can find this useful. Anyway, the way I'm processing, the way I'm healing, the way I, have supportive ways to take care of me on this journey called life. You know what I mean? Alright. So yeah, that's all I got. I'm gone. Peace out. I'm signing off. I'm out. Sayonara. Deuces. Peace. I'm out. Y'all. I holla.